Hi friends, last class we are discussed physical quantities and measurement. So you know the topic about that chapter: length, mass, time, and area, and their standard units. So here we are discussing the new topic. It is the most commonly used word in your everyday life. So here, if you consider a motion of a car, engine it applies the force on the car causing its move, and brakes applies the force to stop the car. So I hope all of you understood which topic we are going to discuss. That's right, it's force. What? Force. So we are going to learn all about force. What are the different types of force and what are the effects of force? Okay, clear? I'm sure you know what force is. But in physics, how can define force? It is very simple definition in physics. Force is a push or pull of an object. Otherwise, the definition of force in physics, push or pull of an object is known as force. Is it clear? This is a very simple definition in physics. For example, move this ball. For I need to give this push. Push it. So the force here to push. And when the ball moving, I need to give push it to stop the ball. So here the word push. So what is push? Push, when a body on the application of force move away from us, then the force so applied is called push. Okay, when a body of a application of force move away from us, then the force so applied is called what? Push. Is clear? Push. And move this toy, I need to pull it. So here the force is pull of the toy. So what is pull? What is pull? When a body moves closer to us on the application of force, then such a force is called pull. What? When a body moves closer to us on the application of force. Okay? When a body moves closer to us on the application of force, then such a force is called pull. Is it clear? Push or pull now? Now let me ask you, sorry. Now let me ask you, the force is a scalar quantity or vector quantity? That's right, it's vector quantity. How? Because the scalar quantity having only magnitude. Only magnitude. That's only have a value, but no direction. But in case of vector quantity, it's have both magnitude and direction. If you think about forces make sense because we will apply the force has a magnitude as well as a direction. For example, I pull this toy, let's see, with 1 Newton force. Okay, let's say 1 Newton force is applied here. That is the magnitude. Okay, and the direction. This is the direction of force applied. So 1 Newton is a magnitude and the direction represented by this direction is a long strain. This is a direction. Okay, 1 Newton is a magnitude and this is a long strain. This is a direction. Is it clear? Next we are going to discussing the two types of force. What are the types of force? One is contact force and another one is non-contact force, otherwise force at a distance. So contact force is real contact with force is applied. So For example, when I push this ball, okay, when I push this ball, can you see this is real contact? See, it's the real contact. Okay, I am here just pushing. See, I am pushing this ball. It is a real contact. Okay, clear? Contact between my hand and the ball. So, what is contact force? All force which act on a body directly or through a connector are called contact force. Clear? And next is non-contact force. What is the non-contact force? See the example. When I pull this toy, okay, when I pull this toy, so it is what non-contact force. How? When I pull this toy, the strain contact with me, with my hand, okay, and strain. So the force is contact is real contact, and the distance of a contact. Otherwise, the non-contact that is not necessary. So the non-contact force is not necessary for that, not for this force. Okay. See, I lift this ball, okay, and I drop it. How does the ball fall? That's right, due to the gravitational force. So the gravitational force act at a distance, so it is non-contact force. Okay. So this gravitational force, that is a non-contact force. And you know that the magnet. So on our another example, magnetic force. Okay. So the magnet, it is a contact force or non-contact force? Yes, correct. It is a non-contact force. How? And the another example is what is the electrostatic force. You know that the electrostatic force, the force between the charges, We know that like poles are repel each other and the unlike poles are attract each other. But contact force is not necessary, it goes at distance. So we look at two types of force, contact force and non-contact force, or force at a distance. Clear? Now we are going to discussing the effects of force. Okay, what are the effects of force? A force can cause motion in a stationary object. A force can stop the moving object or slow them down, or a force can make a moving object move faster. And next, a force can change direction of moving object. A force can change the shape of object. A force cannot, but the force cannot cause any effects on the mass of an object. So let's see the first example. Force can cause motion in a stationary object. So we are going to discussing the first effects of force. A force can cause motion in a stationary object. See, this ball is in motion. So see this ball is in motion. So I apply the force. I can stop this ball. Okay, this is the first effects of force. And next is the second effect of force. A force can stop the moving object or slow them down. See, force, we are applying the force on this ball, moving ball. It is able to stop, otherwise what slow them down. Okay, how? See, but maybe, see, it is very, maybe it is stop. Okay, otherwise it will very slow to move. Clear? And next is the second effect, third effects of force. A force can change the direction of a moving object. See, this ball is moving on here. So I apply the force on the object. It will move the another direction. Okay, I can able to change the direction of force. Okay. And next is a force can change the shape of object. The fifth effect is a force can change the shape of a object. See, it's a ball, soft ball. I will squeeze this. I can able to change the shape of this ball. Okay. There is another example. See this clay. See this clay. It is becoming round now. So I apply the force on here. So it will change the shape. It's clear. See. Again, it is the different shape. Clear. And a force cannot cause any effects on the mass of an object. Okay, a force cannot cause any effects on the mass of any object. Clear? So, what are the effects of force? Force can move the stationary object. Force can stop the moving object or slow down them. Otherwise, it will becoming fast. Okay. And next is what? Force can change the direction of force. For example, you are playing cricket. Yes, the while hit the ball, it change the direction of force and the speed also will change. And next is a force can change the shape of a object. Okay, and a force cannot cause any effects on the mass of an object. Okay. So these are the effects of force. And see, so what is the easy definition of force? Force is defined as the push or pull of an object. That is very easy definition in physics. So the fancy definition of force is a force is a physical quantity that change or tend to change the state of rest or motion of a body or change the dimension of a body. This is the fancy definition of the force. So let's learn this as well. Okay, clear? I hope all are understood this topic. All of you understood? Okay, thank you. Bye.